this. On Business Highway 62 showing the storm clouds moving in. I believe this is a shelf cloud. I am no expert, but we have been getting a lot of these shelf cloud pictures from our amazing viewers all over 5 country. Look at this. This is so cool. I love this video though, getting the panoramic view of this.
This is a change your shorts cloud.
What? Okay.
After you see this,
Run inside.
you got to run inside.
So this is that leading edge of the thunderstorm, and you have to almost get a video because it was so long. It was all the way from Joplin to Fort Smith. Fort Smith, we were kind of on the tail end. That's how large that cloud was. That's why he had to keep going back and forth. So we had so many panorama pictures coming in first off where, you can set the phone, you can try to get the wider angle lens. You have to, because you can't get it all if you don't do it. But we also picked up some decent rain. You can see that wide swath of rain that came across 5 country earlier today. It really cut off though once you head south of Fort Smith. Poteau, we really didn't get too much, even south of Greenwood, Waldron, Tallahena, Worcester. This wasn't really our rain. We saw the storm clouds off towards the north, but from Mulberry, Charleston, north all the way to Bella Vista and Gravette, we definitely got that rain. So let's talk about some of the rainfall totals that came in today. Prairie Creek was one of our highest ones there on the western end of Beaver Lake, just over an inch, about an inch in Siloam Springton. Throughout much of the metros of northwest Arkansas, about a ½ inch, give or take a little bit, just depending on how the storm hits you. But the good news is that the wind wasn't as bad. It was collapsing. What you're watching is some of the exhaust from the storms coming on through. Clarksville, we actually got an inch. We had the highest rainfall total in the River Valley. Mulberry, not bad, about 3/4 of an inch, and then about a ½ inch or so in around Fort Smith. That also includes Van Buren and Dora and Moffett. And then once you headed a little bit farther west and south, we didn't get as much, but at least we picked up a little rain. Cooled us off this a little bit too. In fact, in Fort Smith, the summer swim state meet was going on. It's an outdoor event. Had to get all the swimmers out because of the storm coming on through. They postponed it to the afternoon. But I tell you what, it's a lot cooler swimming when temperatures are in the 70s and 80s outside rather than some 90s. Storm track is right over us, but it's going to be lifting back off towards the north. What happens in July is generally it stays to the north, but every once in a while it comes down to give us some relief with some cooler air and some rain. That's what took place this morning. It's going back north the next couple of days. High pressure will lock back in. More heat is in the forecast, but it will take some time to do that. So in the meantime, we're going to enjoy some cooler weather. We're enjoying cool weather this evening across northwest Arkansas, 70s out there. Yeah, we're still in the 80s in Fort Smith, but we're cooler than we were yesterday. We don't have the 90s. That's some good news. So overall, what's next? Stunning evening, pleasant out there. North winds for Saturday, south winds for Sunday. That south wind's going to be what warms us up all the way into next week. But we'll take the north wind at least for the next 36 hours or so. You can see on FUTURECAST that overnight tonight, we don't have to worry about the weather. We'll start tomorrow morning, mainly in the 60s across 5 country. North winds will start to pick up again in the afternoon. That north wind keeps you in a cooler and also keeps the humidity a little bit lower. In fact, it pushes that humidity farther south towards the Gulf Coast. So waking up tomorrow morning, many of us in the 60s. I wouldn't be surprised if some of us even got down to some 50s in northwest Arkansas. That's been a while. In the River Valley, we'll head towards the upper 80s tomorrow afternoon. We should be just shy of 90 degrees. And then I think for Sunday, we have a better chance of getting at least some low 90s. All right, 7-day forecast. We do heat up from here, so enjoy it while it lasts. Tomorrow's going to be spectacular if you have weekend plans. You don't have to worry about the weather at all. No rain chances out there. North wind Saturday, south wind Sunday. Heat comes back next week.
All right. I like.
Still a
Thanks,
nice
Mother
weekend.
Nature.
Yeah,
Thanks,
exactly,
weekend.
yes.
Take that anytime.
Thanks, Matt.
A lot of people also going to the movies tonight to see the new Barbie movie. It's expected to be one of the biggest